Two classes that allow you to efficiently create and modify strings are StringBuilder and StringBuffer. The main difference between them is that the first one is not synchronized and the second one is. If this tells you nothing, the only thing you need to remember for the future is to look at this issue again when you are at the stage of learning multi-threaded programming. These classes provide identical methods, and because our programs are currently based on only one thread, we'll use the StringBuilder class. Methods on which we will focus are append, which is a method in many overloaded versions which accepts strings, numbers or objects as parameter and sticks them to the constructed string, and the method toString, which returns the string stored by the StringBuilder object. Let's see how it works in practice and create a string that consists of numbers from 0 to 10,000 separated by spaces. So, we created the StringBuilder object, and then in a for loop, thanks to the two versions of the append method, we assign the next number and a space alternately. Later, after the for loop, we assign a string to a variable of type string, which is created after calling the toString method on the builder object. Let's run this program. So we have our output from 0 to 10,000. In case of concatenation, several thousand objects would be created along the way, and this is one of the most costly operations in applications in terms of computational complexity. To see the benefit of this, let's see a simple program that will allow you to compare the time of creating the same string using the StringBuilder object and by concatenation. To measure time, we will use the system.nanotime method, this one, which returns the current time expressed in nanoseconds. The variables time1 and time2 will allow us to save information about the time of creation of objects by two methods to finally compare them. Next, we initialize the variable start time with the current time read by system.nanotime method. As in the previous code, we create a StringBuilder object and build our string, and finally assigning it to the variable numbers1. We display the creation time of objects, which is expressed in nanoseconds. We reset the variable start time by reassigning the current time to it, and this time the string number2 is created by concatenation. After exiting the loop, we again display the creation time. And finally, we display the result of dividing the time of execution of the second loop by the first, thanks to which we get information how many times slower it turned out. So finally, let's check this program, how it works. Each time you run this program, the time will be different. In my case, concatenation was slower by 40%, but let's check out what happens the second time. 42, 44, 42. So it changes every time. So if you have to build long strings, always use the StringBuilder object or the StringBuffer one. Writing is a bit longer, but it pays off. However, if you only need to combine two or several strings into one, use concatenation.